name is Marhaba, and I am the founder of the Jonathan Foundation for Children with Learning Disabilities. Lois Lee from Children of the Night contacted me in, I think, 2009 and asked if I would do advocacy for some of the children that she takes care of. And I agreed to do so, and it's been an incredible experience and journey with Children of the Night ever since. What I do is advocacy, so I read the assessments, I read the IEPs, their individual education plans. Some of the children that Lois Lee services have special needs or neurodiverse, and they end up having unidentified learning disabilities, social emotional challenges, behavioral challenges. A lot of it were impacted originally from before they even got on the streets, before even Lois saw them, and when Lois picked them up and started to take care of them. A lot of the information and learning was coming out, challenges, and so they realized that they had a whole bunch of special needs children that they needed to service, but they didn't know the law, they did not know the school process and where to get the services from and how to advocate for these kids. And so Lois has reached out to me, and I would meet the children, talk to them personally, take them to the school with Sonia, who was the principal at the time, and we would advocate for services, go into an individual education plan meeting with the school district with about 5 or 6 or 7 school staff, the child, and Sonia, the principal, and myself, and we would advocate for services for that student. These children go through such hardship living on the streets, not doing well in their home environment, probably being abandoned or foster care system, and somehow they find themselves to Lois, and Lois picks them up, and I call her Saint Mother Teresa for all these children because she saved over 11,000 children through her lifetime. And when I advocated for children that were not part of Children of the Night, it was a huge fulfillment for me that I did something great. But when I was introduced to children from Children of the Night, it even took it to a much higher level, because my children have, a roof over their head, they have food on the table, they have clothes to wear, they did not live on the streets. These children are at such a disadvantage, and for me to see them come from the environment they came from, journey with Children of the Night, and have success in schooling and graduate the program with Children of the Night, that is just priceless. The student that we went to the IEP meeting to do advocacy for her, the school staff looked down upon her because they knew she came from Children of the Night and they knew what Children of the Night stands for. And it got to the point where she felt, lack of better words, discriminated against, and so she broke down crying because she didn't feel like she fit there because of the way the school staff was going about the meeting. And I had to stop the meeting, and I asked the school staff, if she was your daughter, would you treat her the same way? And the meeting stopped. We took a 5-minute break and allowed the student to regroup with her emotions, and then came back to the individual education plan meeting to advocate for services for her schooling. And after the meeting, I received a letter from her, and she said, thank you so much for helping someone like me. Usually nobody helps somebody like me, and I thought it was impactful that the student would think that she was something different than what she should be, as typical as any other child. And so it just brought happiness to my heart that I was able to make a difference in this student's life, that she felt that somebody really gave a damn and cared about her. To me, that's all I really care about, is seeing these children excel and feel as typical as any other child.